that pours from one side of an interdimensional reality to one which is in single digits. And the process of the channeling, as described earlier, is to open the door. That's all. And it is the hardest thing for a human being to do, is to open the door. It is the subject of our brief time together tonight. It is time. I wish to speak generally of this getting in touch with the esoterics of who you are. It's so difficult to describe these things which the human mind cannot conceive of. Humans wish to think that they can think about anything. Humans believe that because they are the top of the evolutionary ladder in thought, that their intellect is boundless. If you ask many humans, is there anything you cannot conceive of? They will say, oh, we can conceive of anything, just try us. Oh, you can't conceive of interdimensional things. You can't conceive of home. You cannot even conceive of your God divinity, because it is beyond your thought process, beyond your ability to go there. And therefore, these things cannot be presented in logic to you. We're going to give you some information. We're going to paint a picture for you about connection and getting in touch. Here is the premise. A few light workers in this country getting in touch with their divinity creates a light. That light actually changes the grid of the planet. That speeds up the changes of Earth. It makes the transition of the water cycle even faster. It means that the more of you getting in touch and awakening change the consciousness of many. You cannot come into this planet with your whole core soul. It's too big. You'd burn up. And so when you come in whatever fashion you wish to say, when you step into this reality called Earth as you, part of you stays on the other side of the veil. You split. You split. And it isn't into two parts, because there is no counting parts in an interdimensional soup that is energy. The only part that you can count is the one that got here. And it's you, and it's one body and one consciousness, seemingly filled with interdimensional DNA. And there's a piece of you, a big piece, that stays behind. Think of it. Almost 7 billion human beings have a piece of them on the other side of the veil. And you might say, well, what are they doing there? I'll tell you. For light workers, they help to arrange manifestation. Don't you understand there's got to be a part of you on the other side to create synchronicity? It has to be that way. So many of you believe it's just God doing things for you, not understanding it's you doing things with you.
Thank you for giving us that 5 minutes. The reason why that perspective is interesting, by the way, did any of you feel the energy? We're talking from somewhere deeper, somewhere else. This isn't just a person who's sitting in a chair in front of an audience spouting off nonsense. And when I hear some of this information, as a scientist, as a designer, as an architect, as an engineer, I struggled with it when I first was in front of this information. The reason why a lot of this stuff came to me It's because I asked for it. I willingly wanted the universe to teach me something that went beyond the physics at school that I wasn't satisfied with, that went behind the cosmology when I studied physics and cosmology in school. To me, there was missing elements and it didn't explain anything for me. When I studied engineering and studied the mathematics and calculus and all that behind it, I wasn't that good at it. But I also saw what a restricted world it was. It's a well thought out world in math and science. But it has these edges that if you look at the big stuff going on in the universe, it broke down. If you looked at the small things going on in the universe below the quantum level, it broke down. And I wanted to know more. So I wanted to find sources of information that went deeper and that had new information. This message was shared last month, so it's very new. It was a reading done in Australia. Next slide, please. So the next step in this transformational process, once you do choose to awaken, once you do consciously choose that you want to know more, is to activate yourself. It's like flip the switch. That's what nature wants you to do. Nature intends us to activate all of the many things our body can do, all of the things that our mind can do, all of the things that we're here on the planet to do. So activating is an active choice. That means you have to decide this is what you want. And then you think, well, what does this have to do with my life right this moment? I have a problem with my job, they're not paying me well. My mortgage, well, I lost my house, my car, that's an issue too. But now my kids are going to college and we're all in different stages of life. It has everything to do with it. Because the reason these things are happening, the reason why the earth is changing, the reason why the economy is crazy, is because the earth is activating itself. The sun is activating itself. And now it's our time to activate us. Next slide, please. So I want to talk a little bit about what is this concept of ascension. We've heard it before in the Bible, or here we think of this angels spreading wings and maybe going off into heaven or something. What if ascension was a natural evolutionary process? Just like animals learn to go from the ocean to the land, just like dinosaurs can sprout wings, what if this concept of getting closer to the universe? I don't see the word God because that could be a little crazy. But what if whatever it is that manifested the entire universe is inviting us to play at a bigger level? Ascension is a process that the consciousness community recognizes that is a natural part of what your body is going through. That every generation that's coming is changing differently. There's new science to show that our DNA inside our blood is a lot more than we thought it was. Inside our DNA, there's magnetic and electromagnetic information that doesn't come up in the microscopes, but it comes up in other ways we measure it. So I invite you to consider the process of ascension. Go to Google, look up any of this stuff. Go to YouTube and look at some videos and see what connects with you. Or talk to other individuals who are talking about this. Because I'm one of those nerds that just wants to know more. Next slide, please. So Carl, in one of his many lectures, presents what he calls the 8 shifts of ascension. One click. The first step in this evolutionary process is that you suddenly get curious about being aware. It's like you notice that you notice. You could be in this new career, you could be retiring, you could be stressful, in jail, it doesn't matter what situation, and the light bulb goes off. I want to know more. And many people can spend an entire lifetime and never get to step 1. That's 90% of the planet. But everybody who's in this room right now is asking this question already. I can feel it. I already know it. It's good. The second step is you decide that it's real. This whole consciousness, new agey, touchy-feely, whatever it is stuff is real. There's something to it, right? And then, as soon as you make that decision, the universe starts sharing it with you. All of a sudden, all this information and books and people and movies start coming at you faster and faster than you could even imagine. Next one, please. The third stage, it's a shift. You're going through shifts that are radical.